Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin, and on our show, we talk about a wide range of topics.
Of pretty much everything. Anything you want to talk about, it's out there.
Yeah, it's out
You know?
there. It's out there in the ether. It could just
Yes.
pop in our minds at any moment.
You never know.
You never know.
Never.
It's like Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing talk show, you know?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. So, all right. Anyways, so before we get started talking about a lot of stuff here, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. If you have any sort of questions, any ideas, anything like that, you can always email us. You can tweet us. You can email us at cktalkaboutnothing@gmail.com. You can tweet us at CoreyKevin1. And then when you tweet us, though, just do us a favor and, use the call out to us. There's a certain hashtag we want everybody to use. Just use it.
What is it?
Embrace the nothing.
Oh, man, you're like leaving me in suspense. I was concerned.
No, I wanted to make sure I had the right moment to say it. So.
Well, yeah, embrace the nothing. I agree with that. I
Yes.
agree with that statement wholeheartedly.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So I know, Christmas is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
The holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
Some say it's the happiest season. Well, when you look around, it doesn't always appear to be the happiest season.
Not one bit.
But in spite of that, to get you in that holiday mood, what are some traditions that you like to do? What are some movies, some music? Do you have any traditions? Now, we'll get into this. Because I would like to keep this question kind of separated.
Okay.
Before Christmas, do you have any traditions before Christmas to get into
So, like,
the
not
mood
Christmas
or anything?
Day.
Not Christmas Day.
Okay. Okay.
But before Christmas.
Like, me now, I would say I don't really have... I have movies, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm a movie lover, so I have my movies that I like to watch. But, like, true traditions, not, like, growing up, I don't have any right now. Personally, besides movies, obviously. You know what I mean? I'll watch Elf.
Oh, yeah.
A countless amount of times. You know what I mean? Elf to me is going to be like just a classic from here on out. And then you have The Grinch. Mm-hmm. So The Grinch.
Well,
all
hold
of
on,
the Grinches
hold on. Now you mentioned Elf, and then you're just gonna gloss over.
Well, I'm just.
Now hold
sorry.
on.
Okay.
Because you're saying it's a classic from here on out. I just want to bring something up to you. That movie came out in 2003.
What?
Does that blow your mind?
That does blow my mind, actually.
All right, I did just fact check myself just to make sure, because I'm like, wow, that's a long time ago. That's actually like,
that's 17 years ago.
yeah. Elf, Buddy's singing cheer along. No, but the movie Buddy, Elf. Buddy the Elf. The movie
Buddy
Elf,
the Elf
is 2003. Release date October 9th, 2003.
That's crazy. It just does not seem like it was that long ago.
So it's been a classic for a little bit long. I just wanted to,
I thank you for reassuring me of that. I just
you've
knew it was
been
gonna
watching
be,
Elf
so.
for a lot of years.
A lot of years.
What's
I guess you're
crazy?
right.
It's still a very funny movie, and I agree with you. It's one we didn't discuss all of these in our previous podcast, and we were talking about Christmas movies that we've watched every year, but Elf is one of those.
Yes, absolutely, definitely. So Elf is one, and my two that I watch, like that I'll put on at random times, clean the house. Anytime instead of listening to music. Sometimes, I still listen to music. I'm not saying that, but like that's what I'll do. So that is my music for it, right?
I gotta stop you again. I'm interviewing you here.
Okay.
Now you're talking about listening to music, so you're talking about Christmas music.
Not necessarily.
Oh,
Christmas
okay, all right.
music. Like
all right.
just music.
Now I'm
in
intrigued.
general.
I want to imagine a Corey in his apartment in his natural habitat listening to Christmas music.
It's so funny.
We do in our house. I mean, obviously we have a little youngin right now, and
Yes.
and whatnot. But I wondered if there was a universe out there that Corey's sitting at home
personally
listening
choose
to Christmas
one.
music. No,
No, I do not. Now, do I dislike it? No, absolutely not. I mean, it's you know what I mean. It's joyful Christmas music. It's just when I listen to music, I'm in a mood for music. That's when I listen to it. I'm not, I'm never that. And so like I think that time of the year for me is the movies and I've always done that every year. And sometimes I'll sit there and just watch it. I'll turn it on, like I'm gonna turn it on and clean or do whatever, and I just watch it instead because that's just what that's time for it. I mean, I can't.
You can always clean.
I've already seen Grinch twice this year. So, I mean, I'm not going for any records or anything, but it might beat one. Just throwing it out there.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, but that's that one. And I've always been a what's that, procrastinator? Mm-hmm. I'll just say that one for like the Christmas thing.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes I rush the spirit of everything when it comes to like Christmas, right? Because I don't think about buying like gifts. I don't think about doing that. And the next thing you know, I have 2 weeks of hardcore shopping, buying, rounding up money, because it's funny because like you don't think about it, right? I'll pay all my bills, do this, which you should do anyways. But I'm just saying I'll do that instead of like splurging on this and splurging on that. I'll wait, and that's like a gift money, like
right.
that's
There you go.
So like it's just kind of I've just been really bad. So a friend of mine the other day made a comment that he's like, every Christmas somehow that's the brokest time of my year. And I didn't even buy any presents. So he's like, it just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's true. So.
Yeah, we definitely did things differently this year. Normally we are in the same boat with the procrastinating. We wait till the last 2-3 weeks and we're like, oh, we're gonna go. Well, obviously this year's totally different because of with the pandemic. We're not in store shopping as much as that you don't really want to go do your Christmas shopping in store at this point in time. You know what I mean? You kind of just want to stay safely indoors and kind of do it online. But that's kind of what happens every year anyways, because you're like, oh, well, when are we going to get to the store? Are we really going to get to the store? We have 2 weeks left and still haven't done it. So you put in those Amazon orders and really hope that, I'd have presents showing up Christmas Eve,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, they made it. All right, we're good. We're good for tomorrow, And it's so funny because this year, everybody's all crossed off the list. I think at the end of this weekend, even all presents will be wrapped. So it's just
that's awesome.
Really a strange feeling because it's like, all right, what now? We're gonna
that's true. Yeah.
Just enjoy our time off. All right, cool. It took having a kid to actually nail that out.
Oh yeah,
you value time differently.
Yeah, maybe that's what I needed to do. Maybe that'll like bring me back to like
Yeah,
I guess you have to pre-plan everything.
Yeah, because
that's what I do. That's my life, man.
You don't. Well, I know. I know. Yeah. We're not very routine people, so I would have to agree. Like, we're just not programmed that way. So
no.
But this definitely helps.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is nice. You're kind of making me think different ways right now.
You're like, wait a minute,
that way.
I could be as relaxed as you.
Yeah.
You have. It's really a nice feeling. So, I'm hoping we continue to do so. It feels great.
I'm ready for it.
So you're a procrastinator in the buying gifts, but
yes.
Now you're decorated for the podcast, but let's be honest, if we weren't podcasting, how long would it take you to set up your decorations? Or would you?
So I'm not a huge put it all over the house decorator. I did before, when I have a girlfriend at the time, when I have that, we will do that together because it's kind of what you do a little bit, you know? I mean, I don't mind to do it, but for myself, I'm not doing it. That's the way that I look at it. It's kind of stupid, but I feel like I'm doing it for myself. So like, why? Like, it's like, okay, so I have to do all the work to put it up. I enjoy it for 2 or 3 weeks, right? Like, but for how much am I really enjoying this, you know? And then I got to do all the work of taking it down and storing it good for next year. It's just a lot of work for nothing. But this awesome tree that I have here, you know, back here.
Yeah, that thing is sweet. Some good old fiber optic.
Exactly. It's pretty sweet, right?
Yeah.
But my old Christmas tree was one like you have, but it was fake, you know, so I could put it up. That's a lot of work to take that tree to put it up is not terrible because you can go pretty quick as long as you put it together right. I mean, like put it away right. But then taking it down is the worst part. So I leave it up for 6 months.
Yeah, I pulled it out of the attic. Yeah. I said, this one's going to the basement for the podcast.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. So it just happened to work out.
I thought, you know, to me, you know, I've always loved Christmas or most holidays. So, but you know, for Christmas, I always, even if it was just me or whatever, I was putting up a Christmas tree and I would get a little train to put around the tree or something, you know, like. I would always try to do something, but yeah, I think you know, if I were like say same age as you right now and single or whatever, I'd probably be the same way. Like I'd probably like, you know, I'm not gonna just put it up for myself. No. Like it's
absolutely. Now I wish I would have bought this when I was younger because this would have went up every year.
No well, yeah, because that's something simple. You know, now, I always put up like I had a 6 foot tall fiber optic Christmas tree, and I loved that thing. I used it for a lot of years. It saw a lot of homes, and then Jessica's the one who made me throw it out. It was looking a little rough its last final years, and she's like, "We're gonna go ahead and just buy a new tree together," and I'm like. Can we keep it?
yeah. Can we just store it for a while?
But no, they went in the trash. It's okay.
Yeah.
It served a lot of years. That thing was my tree for a long time. So I love that thing.
Yeah, you sound like you're sad about it, you know? It's okay. It's all right. Let it out.
I bought it for $20. It was like 2 days after. Yeah, I know. You're like, I have the backstory and everything.
Yeah.
My sister was like, "Hey, there's Christmas trees up there," and it's like after Christmas.
Oh,
and,
nice.
You know, you get those deals. It was $20 for like a 6 foot tall. It was big. I mean, it was definitely nice fiber optic Christmas tree. And I nabbed that up. I'm like, $20? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's
for this day and age.
Yeah.
Fiber optic. What's that?
I'm still I don't know.
I'm stumped. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So we I've always kind of decorated, definitely, but yeah, I could see that that point of view though. Like if I was just living by myself, I'd be like, man, that really sucks. Now me being in the family and being having to be the only one who goes up in the attic and hauls the stuff down. The way I think about it is it's only an hour or two put together, pulling it down and putting it back up. So ultimately it's not taking me all that long a time. So I think of it that way, and I'm like, it's not even it's not ruining an evening. It's not ruining, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't take me all that long time, so.
Yeah, but that's like 6 rounds of Fortnite, you know.
I could have ran a dungeon
absolutely
in World of Warcraft at this point, man. Oh, man,
I am getting excited for that too, but we'll leave it to that when I get
started
doing it.
Exactly. We'll see. I did hit 60 though on my priest. I was pretty excited. Nice. Hit 60 the other day. Sunday actually. So yesterday. I woke up extra early to play. But awesome. You gotta fit it in, you gotta fit it in. I'm not so great at staying up late anymore. But what I am good at is if it's a weekend, getting up 5, 6 a.m., hammer a few hours of gaming out, go hang out with the baby once she wakes up. She can be a little unforgiving on the weekends though, and wake up at like 7:30, and you're like, really, girl? We're gonna wake up now? Man. Yeah, but back to tradition.
Yes.
We're kind of in the same boat right now. We don't have like we've kind of have shed all tradition.
Okay.
We don't. We were always going to my uncle's house for Christmas Eve, but with COVID, it's been canceled this year. So, kind of like a good time to just like figure out something that we want to do as a family. That, if we wanted to switch anything up, to what I mean, like everybody's got like their family traditions or what they would do or something like that. So it's kind of like a fun time to like figure out what you want to
do. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, see, I mean, now Christmas Day and Christmas Eve stuff, I have those traditions. I mean, I do have something like for that, but leading up to those 2 days, I do not have.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Back. Yeah. All right. Thank you for getting me back on the rails of this investigation here.
It's okay. Yes.
So yeah, the days, so you really don't do much leading up to Christmas. You go into a store and you hear Christmas music and you're like, whatever. And you see Christmas stuff and you're like, I'm not buying presents yet. And,
see, I enjoy it. Do you know what brings me to Christmas? I'm just going to be 100%
Yeah, I was going to say, like, what snow. Gets you, like, do you have Christmas spirit? B, what does it take to give you Christmas spirit? And C, is there enough to believe in Santa still? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yes to the last one. 100%.
Yes, yeah, Santa just is real.
Yeah, I don't know why you're questioning that whatsoever, but anyways,
stupid question.
Yeah. Stupid, but anyways, yeah. But no, I mean, I do have Christmas spirit. I think it's a good thing. Right now, it's harder to have as much Christmas spirit because, I mean, I'm not trying to be, but right as of right now, you don't have much to like. I have nobody to celebrate it with necessarily as much, right? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's what I mean. Like because you're trying to separate from families, you're not going over there as much as possible, doing these type of things, right? So like that stuff as it starts happening, I mean, it gets harder, and like so just like this year, it's not been as like Christmassy. I mean, it's not like it's super close yet, so it's not like it's like super close, but it's not has been as heavy either,
right?
So
I hope we have snow.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to snow soon, I think.
I know. I love snow. I was very happy that we got a bunch of the snow. I was very sad that it melted the next 2 days. You know what though? Taught me that I need a new snowblower. I wrecked mine. Actually, it's really funny because, normally I'd be like, "Oh, it broke," Yeah. And then, but I mean, I obviously don't lie about those things because I came into the door and I was like, "Well, need a new snowblower." She's like, "Why?" I was like, "Well, I may have hit it too hard," and obviously it's just like, "Oh, okay, did it?" You have to shake it up a few times. Like, "Oh yeah, maybe a little too many times." So. Need a new one of those. Yeah. And then you can see me on my new camera, the doorbell camera. I'm like, actually, there's probably proof of me. So there's me using this stupid snowblower. Just awful snowblower.
Yeah, as I say, tell me about. Yeah, okay. Was it the electric one?
It's a battery powered one, and if it's just like the slightest heavy of the snow, it just gets stuck in the jammer. So you just like bang it up and down a little bit and it clears the chute and it allows it to keep shooting. Now, I've never had so many issues with this thing, but this particular night, it was just getting clogged too many times. So I'm just like hitting it. So then I'm like picking it up and I'm slamming it down.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing. Yeah, so funny.
The panels pop off on the side. I'm like, screw it, it's electric. I don't care. I'm just like going through. So you just see me on this camera. I'm like, well, there you go. She's like, I'm pretty sure you just did a GD, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm surprised there's not worse right now. So I'm like, if my neighbors, they have to know, like, this guy outside with tools is nuts, like if something's not working 100%. Right, this dude's hooping, hollering, and banging this thing around. Anyways, I wound up banging this thing so hard that the rails broke off and the unit kind of fell apart, and it was like you couldn't push it anymore. You know what I mean? It was just like a one big mess. And I was just like, so I just put it in the garage, and I was like, And I got the old shovel out, and I shoveled the rest of that.
That's awesome. How much was it? Like, how much would you say you got done with the snowblower?
It was mostly pushing snow around.
So like nothing?
Dude, basically nothing. I did the front walkway, which, again, basically broke the thing. Yeah. And then I'm doing the back half of my back patio because we use the back walkway. And Clem and Jessica are looking out the window. And Jessica's like, oh, yeah, thumbs up. And I'm like, no. I'm like, this thing. I'm like, I hate this thing. So, like, I made sure I was, like, nice and friendly with it while Clem was watching. Yeah. But as soon as she was, I was like, this thing is awful.
That's so funny.
It's like 8 p.m. on a Monday, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs at this thing.
Slamming it around. I just can picture it. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah. I'm listening to music. So, like, I don't know how loud I'm being. And it's just like, I'm just like, I'm an old school guy. I like my products to just work. I don't like so many flaws in my stuff, so many defects. You know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
Yeah, I'd like it to just work. So, anyways, don't ever get a battery powered or electric one. Complete total waste of money.
Yeah,
I thought, be green. I drive the Jeep most of the time, so I don't even. But then I feel bad for my post office workers. They walk up to my mailbox. Yeah. I feel bad for anybody who's doing deliveries. So I try to keep everything shoveled and salted, but whatever.
You can only do so much.
You can only do, well, yeah. That's why you break out the shovel. Yep. I was like, man, I can't remember the last time I shoveled snow. And that... I remember doing that as a kid, man. That's a workout.
It is 100%.
I started overheating. I'm taking clothes off. I'm pretty sure this is the first heart attack I've ever had. Oh my god. Yep. It's a lot.
But then you still have the driveway's not done yet. You still better go out there and get it done.
Yeah.
Heart attack or not, I'm just saying.
I like that dedication, man.
Yeah, you gotta just get it
the
done.
Ambulance. Call an ambulance. And it's like, sit down. No, just got a few more shovels, but I'll shovel till the ambulance gets here.
I'm in.
A meat wagon.
Yeah, I'll never forget. So a story like you just had with the banging around of it, but with the shovel. Okay, so I had one shovel. It's snowing. I was told to go outside and shovel the driveway. We were getting ready to leave to go do something, and we had to get a path. Right, so I'm outside. Everybody else is getting ready inside, and I remember this. So I'm pushing the thing, and all of a sudden it cracked a little bit in the front. I noticed it because there's the icebreaker in the front. It cracked a little bit. Didn't think anything of it. I'm shoveling. Next thing you know, I'm pushing it. You know how you get like a good run start, and I used to try to go long ways, and then you start going and just like kind of pushes it off, right? Just like just shoveled. That's what it does. I'm going, and it catches something. Cracks in half, and then sends me over face first into the driveway and then the snow. I stood up and smashed that shovel so many times. I mean, so then I got in trouble because now there's shards of plastic everywhere, everywhere, okay? The shovel's broken, and that's the only shovel we have. And then the number one spot is, how when you live on a busy road, and then the plows will plow the street. Well, all that heavy snow is at the very tail, and that's what they wanted me to get. They wanted me to get all of it, but that's like the most important part of shoveling a driveway. And I broke it before I got to that part. So they still had to drive through that because we had nothing else. We had nothing else we could do. So I got in a lot of trouble for that because that's, of course, the one spot, that's the most important thing. So, but it would end up being really funny. It was a funny story that we told at every Christmas party we went to for the next couple of years because I was angry. Those are moments you want the camera, Those are moments that, you want that camera because I was a little kid, so I was super light. When that thing stuck and I was going fast, I was running. I'm gonna get that thing done. It's cold, Then boom, it like just sent me like straight over top. It was like what do you call them things? I don't know. Pole vault? No. Yeah, pole vault, right?
I don't know. Pole vault? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I say I think so. I think that's what you call. I'm trying to remember the exact. But anyways, that's what it kind of did to me. So.
Yeah, that I would have to say the worst part about shoveling is say like the what's so funny over there?
Nothing, man.
Oh.
Your cat's funny.
That's he's just like
yeah.
All right, so yeah, Ernie, get out of here.
Yeah, because to interrupt. He walks around with attitude, and I think that's funny. Like, yeah, when you push him away, when he turned around and like looked at you, all like me mugged you too. It's just so funny. Like just the attitude. That's why I laughed. I was like trying to hold it in, but it was funny.
It's Corey, Kevin, and Ernie, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, don't leave me out.
He's just standing there now. Hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have to say like shoveling. The thing that makes me the most mad is like when you've got a good flow going, you're good.
Yeah, for sure.
But driveway like mine where all the damn concrete is separated at different levels, and you hit something.
Oh yeah,
dude. I'll throw a shovel. Like I'd say like I guess snow just work with snow makes me mad, I guess.
Yes, and it's funny because snow is supposed to be fun, but shoveling a driveway
for kids,
is terrible.
when you make like snow mounds or snowman or something like that.
My favorite thing as a kid, like as soon as snow fell, every kid in the entire thing got together and had a snowball fight in these two fields.
Oh, see, that's sweet. That's awesome.
It was so fun.
That's like movie worthy right there.
Absolutely, yeah. It really. It was like a war. We had one because there was two sections of where I lived. So the one section versus the other section sometimes would go out there. Not sections, but it was like two different across the streets from each other. So, so
gotcha.
like that was one, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like it was like sections, but it was like, two totally different developments, but in two different areas, but like we would get together in the one big main field over there. And it was so much fun.
That's
it was
sweet.
Great.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
So going into Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day, do you have any traditions or things that you do absolutely every year?
Yes. So, there's been some changes in the family. So, some separation, I should say. So we used to go to my brother's every year. But now that changed to where we're supposed to go to my mom's, and then my brother now doesn't live here anymore. Gotcha. So some things are gonna change now. But it used to be like my mom on Christmas Eve, somewhere. My mom's always been involved. Obviously, it's like that side of my family. My brother's there, and then my dad's Christmas morning, and then so it's Christmas morning going over there. I'd wake up here, and then go Christmas morning to my dad's, stay there long enough to have like a late lunch, early dinner type of thing.
Oh, okay.
And then I'd so like that was like what it is, and then I would take off and do whatever I was gonna do for the rest of the night. We used to do bowling. After every single time, and that was a lot of fun. But actually, we might start back up now because my dad quit. My dad didn't quit enjoying bowling as much as he used to. So it was like after doing all the work and all this with everything, with like Christmas cooking and doing all that, he's just like, I don't feel like bowling anymore. So like it was not that fun. Now that my brothers though are actually old enough to go and they can do their own thing, so we may end up doing it more often again. Obviously not this year, but some points coming up, we may do that more then. But that was always like the kind of the routine both days. My mom on the Christmas Eve, and then my dad. I tried to do it all day if I could. So
that's cool. That's really cool.
Most jobs though you still work during Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day. So sometimes I wouldn't get over there till like 3-ish or so, but. and I'd spend there until 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? So like that's the thing. Then my dad, I'd get home earlier, but go there earlier. I mean,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, retail.
Yeah. So that's just that doesn't matter.
Yeah, when you're a kid, it doesn't matter. I remember.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, we used to go to my grandparents' house.
Okay.
Every Christmas Eve, and we'd have to wait and wait and wait. What felt like hours was just probably just minutes. To open up gifts there, and then we'd leave there late, get home, go right to bed Christmas morning. Slam through some gifts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then we'd have like Christmas dinner. Family would come over, Christmas dinner and everything. So
okay.
I always enjoyed like what we did as a family. Like you say, you know, you have your family changes sometimes, so like you don't get to keep those traditions. So you kind of get that open opportunity to
do something
new. Yeah. So it's kind of a fun era that we're in right now. You know.
Absolutely, definitely.
Figure out what exactly do we want to do, and is it something that we want to do every year? I mean, one thing I definitely want to fit in is go drive around and see Christmas lights and all that.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. It's funny. I got a phone call from my stepmom and my little brother. They're like they said they asked me what I was doing. They're like, I'm like, oh, nothing. Like, what are you guys doing? My little brother has a license, so they were out driving around for an hour and 15 minutes, looking at Christmas lights all over the area and doing this. And he was gonna come pick me up and take me with him if I wanted to. It's just so funny. They were just ready to go, and I mean, and it was, but I think they did it a little early, in my opinion. I think if you go right now to if you go maybe starting this week, it may be a little bit different, but I don't think they saw much, and I think that's why they drove around so much. I mean, I don't know where they went, but I really just think it's beginning of December, which I'm not saying it's not starting, but it's not there yet, I don't feel like, so.
Yeah, I would say like closer to the actual day.
Yeah.
There's an application called Nextdoor that has all your neighborhoods and all that kind of stuff, and you could you can narrow things down to your local neighborhood, or you can open it up to like more citywide type of stuff. But they actually have like a map where people can say, hey, I have Christmas lights up, and then you can actually pinpoint where all the houses are, and you can actually like make your own map. Or some people actually upload their own maps of like Christmas lights in the area, so it's really cool. So we're gonna try to figure out that. Now where we're at, there's a road not too far from us that, man, like we seriously had neck pains from looking at both sides of the streets, because like it was just like these houses were big, beautiful, and lights everywhere, and it was just awesome. So we're like, oh my god, I'm getting whiplash just keep looking at all these houses, man.
That's awesome.
But I remember as a kid, we would get in the car and drive around and go see Christmas lights and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Those are some of the traditions I really like. I really like those. I really enjoyed those. I thought they were a lot of fun.
Yeah, bring it back. You got a little one to do the same thing with now.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah, exactly. Let's have some fun.
Absolutely. Enjoy
the holiday spirit. I don't care what religion, no religion, whatever. It's just a holiday time, so it's just
Absolutely. You guys let me know when you go, and I'll follow behind you in my vehicle, and then we'll just trailer it together.
That'd be kind of fun. Like just have like a convoy of people.
Yeah. And going to celebrate going to look around at the lights. I'm down. So.
Yep. But that's cool. So we don't really have too much planned for this year, just because of COVID. So we're just laying low. Christmas Eve, everything's canceled, so we're just laying low. Christmas Day, now I've always been real greedy as an adult. Christmas Day has always been don't even text me, or you might get a Merry Christmas in the morning at like 6, 7. 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But don't bother me. Don't, whatever.
That's funny.
I tend to, just like to be in the moment. And that was the same way without a kid. Like, I was just like, whether you got a new video game or something to set up or even just chill out or whatever, watch movies. I've always just kind of been that way. So it's really funny. This year is obviously funny because I get my wish. Nobody's coming over. Nobody's doing anything. But I was informed by my mother-in-law that is not right, and that and that will be changing, and that so we've got some new traditions that I think are being crafted.
Yeah, and you will have no power over that.
Right. And I was like, I obviously know, it's your grandchild and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, what I'll agree to, I was like, we can negotiate. We can work this out on peaceful terms here. I can be bought. No, just kidding. But but we figure, Christmas morning and everything. That's just gonna be us as a trio for now.
Well, yeah. I think the morning time should be always legit your guys's. I mean,
yeah. And then later in the afternoon, we can have a nice Christmas dinner or something like that. I was like, I'll agree to those terms. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because even for myself and my dad's house on Christmas Day, I don't go over there and disrespect their morning.
Oh, right, you go over there later on.
Yeah, I go over there a little bit later on. I get there at 10 or 11. They can have their morning at 8 a.m. till 10, 10:30.
Right.
So they can have all that. I will do my own thing until, so then it works out perfectly.
Yeah. I like that as well.
Yeah, so.
Give the kids all the time in the world to open up and play.
And it's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. Seeing the little brothers do it would be sweet, but at the same time, also getting there after everything's already done. I get there, open up my couple gifts, and now I see the boys and everything sweet they got.
Right,
I want to play with. It's already done. I don't got no
Give
surprises.
Me that.
And now we're enjoying it together. As it's going in my coat pocket. Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
Already selling on eBay.
Absolutely.
Give it back. You have your hand on their face. Phone up. Sold.
That's funny. Yeah, we did take a photo shoot one year like that because my dad and stepmom had to go. They had to go do something. Something was happening in the family, so I stayed there watching the boys on Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And then, so it's funny. They were super super young. So pictures of them punching me in the face and trying to take stuff. It was so fun. It was awesome.
It
was
fun.
Cool.
That's
which
fun.
I actually I think I post on my Facebook, so I probably do have some. But
that's cool. Yeah.
So.
That's always that's the only thing I'd say that thing is good for is it's like a capsule. It's got all these memories built in there.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. We did watch. We had discussed earlier, a previous podcast. We watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas and started the other Grinch movie with Benedict. But I would agree with it. Your statement of it's a little too early to be driving around to see lights. I would say the same for really getting into the Christmas movies. Now, if it's on TV, that's a different thing. But for me to go out of my way and actually put it on, then so I know once it comes time, Elf will be on there.
Yep.
I actually have the DVD. I don't have the case anymore. That's right. I got rid of all the cases, but I have it. I have it in my giant 400. I have two 400 disc cases, and it's in one of those.
Nice. I think I think my dad actually has my copy of it. He wanted to take it out.
Sounds like we need a heist movie.
Oh, I mean,
we need a heist.
Yeah, Ocean's 67.
Yeah, Ocean's 67. Let's get my movie back, fellas. That was some sweet music. You have like Rick Grimes cat burgling.
Yeah. Man, that still makes me laugh every time. I can picture it. Like I can't picture the scene, the rest of the scene very well, but just him out the window running in the light.
Oh my god, it was the best. Rick Grimes is actually in a Christmas movie.
What?
You're not even gonna take a guess.
Rick Grimes is in a Christmas
So his
movie.
real name is Andrew Lincoln, right?
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, it's a movie called oh
Yeah,
man,
really?
no. Now you made me forget what I'm trying to quiz you. I think it's Love Actually.
Oh, I think it's actually Love, but whatever.
Oh, which is funny. 2003 movie.
Oh wow.
Weird, right?
That's weird.
Yeah, that's the
probably
one.
that's why I didn't
Andrew
see
Lincoln.
it because Elf trumped it. So
Elf trumped it.
yeah, I'm good for one
Andrew
movie a
Lincoln.
year.
Well, that's because Rick Grimes was cat burglaring in the background of this movie. And people were like, I think I'm gonna pick Elf. Okay.
It's fine.
But yeah, Love Actually. So Rick Grimes is in that. He doesn't bite anybody's neck or ear off or anything.
Oh no. Oh, that's weird.
And he has his English accent, not a Southern Rick Grimes accent.
Yeah.
But Home Alone. Now, Home Alone.
Oh.
Speaking of Home Alone,
Those are the
something
topics that
that's
get watched every year.
yeah, something that doesn't happen this time of year because this time of year is COVID. But we actually were able to watch Home Alone in theater one year because Cinemark was doing old movies in the theater type of thing.
Gotcha.
And we actually got to see Home Alone in theater, and that was
awesome.
Yeah, that was a really
sweet.
cool feeling.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
When stuff starts opening back up again and like getting back to like more like a norm where I can go feel comfortable going into like things doing constantly like that. Mm-hmm. I do want to start going back to like seeing a lot more movies in theaters. Like it's weird. Yeah. Just like watching them at home. I'm not saying it's not terrible. I mean, I have a nice setup here and I can chill over there and do my thing. But I don't know why.
Yeah, there's nothing but
yeah.
There's nothing compared to that big screen,
Oh, absolutely. You know me and my complaints about the movie theater. I won't go into them, but you know about me and my movie theater. But ever since I started getting really into Marvel, it totally changed my mind on a lot of things, and I'm ready to go back because I'm missing it. Yeah.
Well, but you gotta. It's important to remember that it's not just the big action movies that require.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what changed me though. That's
what
brought me back into it. That's what brought me back, and now it's like, okay, it's time.
Now, Jessica and I were some of the rare people that risked COVID to go see Tenet in theaters.
Yeah.
Before theaters shut down fully again. What else? Talk about in theater, but can't remember exactly what I was going to talk about. I know. We're talking about Home Alone.
Yeah, watching that, and you said theater. That you and Jessica, were one of the lucky few. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we saw Tenet in theater. That was the last thing we saw in theaters, but it's kind of a scary time. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Now I remembered.
All right,
because of COVID, that's why.
Yes.
Now, speaking of old movies and getting to see them in theater and whatnot, I was super amped up because of, I think it was 20th anniversary or some anniversary. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But it was as Braveheart was being re-released in theaters, and I had bought tickets. Jessica and I were going to go watch it. My dad was going to go watch it. And that's when COVID struck, and they canceled all the tickets. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" That movie came out in '95. Like, I could not be in a theater in ¡95. They weren't going to allow me in that theater for Braveheart. I can tell you that right now. So
you're close.
Yeah, I was. I was in the park a lot, and the security guard just shook his head. Don't be watching Braveheart. So I'm still mad about that because it's like And they cancel the tickets, like they're not.
Well, you just cancel.
Like, hey, we could do this some other time. No, cancel.
So speaking of that, are you a Braveheart or Die Hard fan for Christmas? Do you watch either one of them?
Now we've never made Die Hard a Christmas movie to watch, but we did watch it one year for Christmas just because Jessica was curious on why Die Hard was Christmas movie.
theme. Gotcha. Okay.
Or why it was in the realm of some call
yeah.
it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I personally say, I mean, it's a movie to watch around Christmas time. It's a Christmas movie. It has Christmas elements to it. You're like watching it in the summer and there's all this Christmas things happening. You're like, this doesn't feel right. No. I should probably wait and watch this excellent action film Christmas time. But yeah, we've also watched Braveheart on Christmas as well.
Yeah, as I say, I thought you guys were. I thought you guys were a Braveheart family.
Well, not really. It was just the 1 year.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. So the 1 year, Jessica said, because I was like, well, what movie do you want to watch next? And she's like, Braveheart. You know, I want to know why all these people say to watch Braveheart for Christmas. And I'm like, ultimately confused, but I'm like, I love Braveheart, so let's watch the movie. Yeah. So at the end of the movie, she's like, I still don't get why they would watch it for Christmas. I'm like, yeah, nobody does. I think you're talking about Die Hard. Yeah. And she's like, Die Hard, that's the movie I'm thinking of. I'm like, we'll watch that next, and then we watched that one. Gotcha, so it was just the 1 year we watched Braveheart. I think we might have watched it the next year because we were like, that's going to be the tradition. But I'm like, that's a 3.5 hour movie or something like that. You know, like that's a commitment. I
was gonna say, I'm surprised that she went through 3.5 hours of saying, where is a Christmas theme for this movie?
I see pine trees. I see. Is there a guy with a red hat? I'm not sure I'm getting it.
I got somebody yelling at me.
Yeah, right. Okay, what battle does Santa show up?
That's funny.
It was just one of the funniest things that I had ever. I'm like, I cannot correct her until the end of this movie, because once you watch Braveheart, you're watching Braveheart. You're not turning it off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, one thing I like to do, I'll say used to because I haven't been able to the last couple of years. Is watch Band of Brothers. I really like watching that in the winter, especially with some snow on the ground, because once the battered bastards of Bastogne show up and they're in the front lines.
Oh yeah,
and being frozen solid in their foxholes. I mean, it just gets you into that spirit, you know.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I like to try to put myself in environments of watching things too a little bit. You know, you gotta if you don't have that mindset, I don't think you enjoy movies the same. Personally.
Yeah, we turn the heat off. No,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's cold. You're wrapped up in blankets with a hot cocoa.
Open up a pack of Lucky Strikes.
Yeah.
Start a fire on the floor.
On the floor, exactly. Yeah, no fireplaces.
That's all. This is war. We have fireworks and bomb shells going off every hour, half hour, just to get the feeling going. But no, that's one I think I'm going to try to fit in this year, especially because nothing's going on this year with COVID, so it's like plenty of time to fit in some Band of Brothers. It's a really good series.
Yeah, I've watched. Yeah, I've seen that one.
But yeah, other than that, I don't think we're like doing anything for Christmas. I mean, Clementine's gonna have a really awesome Christmas. Yeah. I'm really excited for Christmas for Clementine. Her head's gonna explode. She's gonna be like, there's so much to do. There's so much fun to be had here. Oh boy. I'm gonna have a video camera up for all of it.
Yeah, better. You better. You should pre-start it so like. Well, she's not going to be old enough next year. Make sure you just put a camera down so if she walks down there first, you get the first glimpse of everything before if she doesn't wake you up.
Oh, man. Dude, I like the challenge that she would ever be up before me. I think for this specific date, I don't sleep well Christmas Eve.
It's so funny. Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, my siblings, I'd say... my parents would always say, all right, when you wake up, wake us up. And we'll open up presents. And one time I think I tried at like 4 a.m, and everyone told me to go back to bed. Even my brother and my sister. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
What's the cutoff? You know, you told me to wake you guys up. Yeah. Hey, it's time. It's ready.
Yep.
But yeah, I just get so excited. You know, so. But yeah, I agree. So last year I set the camera up and had it recording, and then we brought her down. She wasn't walking then or anything like that. So I hope to do that. It'd be cool to have like maybe when she's older and the technology's more advanced and they have like motion activated recording. I don't know, is that a thing? I'm just kidding. It's a thing. Yeah.
And so you have it, I think. But anyways.
Yeah, it is on the camera. Yeah. But it would be sweet to, you're right, set it up on the tripod the night of.
Yeah.
And have it motion recorded. I like that idea.
So I'm saying, just in case, you never know. I mean, you might get a lot of the cats, but you also are going to get, just that, because I mean, I know what I did as a kid. You better believe that before I woke anybody up, I went downstairs to make sure Santa Claus was there.
Yeah, right.
You know, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Right, it's legit. Mom, wake up.
Now I can wake up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hey!
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So, the one thing that I'll never forget is the time that my mom did a pretty sweet thing with all our gifts. We go downstairs, and then there's a hanging bag here and a hanging bag there and a hanging bag there, and then it was kind of like a treasure hunt type of thing. Pretty sweet.
That is sweet.
So we had but it wasn't like we had one communal gift that was like a big thing.
Oh, very cool. Yep.
And then so like there was a couple things that that it was we didn't get, like it wasn't like outside we're searching through high and low. They're all in the house on the lower level.
Right.
So but it was still fun though. It separated a little bit and it still did that and stuff like that. But that was a lot of fun. So
yeah, that is a lot of fun. We had that as well. Like we all had like our individual gifts, but then we had like communal gifts as well.
Yeah.
But, one in particular, I remember we got like a Nintendo and a NES,
PS2.
No, a Nintendo.
I know, but that's what we got. That's on it.
But we had like this storage. It was like this storage where you put like all the Nintendo cartridge games in. And it had like a rollback system.
Yeah.
And we were opening it up, and somehow like it was a communal gift, but like I always got like kind of like, get out of here, runt. You're the youngest. Get out of here.
Yeah.
We're opening
this is ours.
And like I cut my finger on the dang thing, and it like started bleeding. So I didn't even get to open anything else that was communal because I'm over there getting bandaged up while these hounds are over there.
That's funny.
Like, whatever. I'm the youngest. I'm never gonna get to play that thing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, the communal is a really good idea.
Yeah, and that explains a lot now. It actually just makes sense why you get up super early in the morning to play games beforehand.
Yep.
Because you had to do the same thing before your brother got up. That's so funny. It's all clicking, man.
So I loved the movie Small Soldiers. Like I had that thing on VHS. I would rent it from Blockbuster. I was watching this movie all the time, and I loved it. And they came out with a video game that was Small Soldiers. And it was very similar to like Command and Conquer, where like you can create units and then you send them on the missions, whatever. And everybody used the computer. We had one computer in our household, and I woke up at 4 or 5 a.m. As often as I could to get my time on that computer. Because once they woke up, get out of here, kid.
Yep, it's not your kid. It's not your system anymore.
Yep.
See? Huh.
Yep. So, yeah, it's just something I've always done.
Yeah,
if I wake up, I could get a few hours of gaming.
It's so funny,
it's always been like that.
So do you like wake up and make coffee and then just go down there and just game like a loon at 5 a.m?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
The only depressing part is on World of Warcraft, it's not the busiest time of the game.
Yeah. If I'm playing, dude, never text me at 5 a.m.
Never text me at 5 a.m. That, hey, bro, you ready to raid, bro?
Yeah.
Like I started, we're recruiting for the guild. Our raid times are 5, 6 a.m. People are like, what? What?
That's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you gotta, especially with a kid, you gotta get that gaming in when you can.
yeah, I like it.
You know,
Yeah.
I think that's what keeps like our generation like in that, younger
Yeah.
mindset. And
Yeah.
even like people that are in like their 40s and 50s now, I'd say are like that same way, right? You grew up with video games, and you probably are still playing video games, right? So like you always have like a little bit of a playful mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a more understanding of a child than a grown up person that's all strict, saying, "Hey, if you're not working by 15, then something crotchety. I don't know.
Yes.
Blah blah
Very.
blah. Some crotchety.
Yeah.
Input here.
Yeah.
I'm not that crotchety. I couldn't think of
Yeah,
it.
you can't think of something. Yeah. Give me a minute, but
Yeah, give me a minute.
oh yeah,
Give me a minute. Let me go
Yeah,
outside, boot up the old snowblower. I'll give you some crotchety.
yeah, for sure. Come in angry and red. So funny.
Like, man, I hated that thing. But anyways,
You must have, man. You don't bring everything you up twice in like podcasts.
yeah, dude, it's
You
just
brought it
like
up twice.
I've had it for 3 years, and it's done its job.
Yeah.
It's definitely done its job. It's just this time, for some reason, it's just getting stuck more often. And I told Jessica, I was like, I'm sick of lying about this thing. I hate it. I've always hated it. It's never done a good job. I hate it.
It's so funny. That's awesome because you were. It was a pride flag thing.
Yeah, because it's like, let me go charge up my snowblower because this thing's sweet. Hey, you guys using your gas.
Yeah.
And I'm
People
like,
are done in a half hour.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're out there. You're still starting it in a half hour.
My neighbor across the street is like got the big one, and he's just doing he's shooting it in my driveway. No, I'm just kidding. Morning, neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
He's doing his neighbors, and then shooting his onto my driveway too. Did I do something to piss you off?
Yeah. Nope. Just showing you how much better mine is than yours.
Yeah. So I have a movie recommendation.
Okay.
It's all right. You know what? I was thinking about. All right, so I watched the movie before I get into the movie recommendation. So
Okay.
I did watch a movie that I've never watched before. So I figure like anytime that we watch something new that we haven't seen or whatever, we should talk about it, right? So The Boss Baby.
All right.
So we have been watching seasons 1 through 3. Like Jessica and I know these episodes.
Okay.
We know these
All right.
characters. We like them. It's a good show. And then the new season just dropped, and we've watched that, and I'm like, there's a movie out like we've never watched. Let's watch the movie. So we watched it, and then we watched it again the other day because Clementine obviously loves it. So,
yeah.
it's not like we're just like sitting there watching it, like
Yeah. She's sleeping.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the thing. She's wandering around. She's doing whatever. Jessica and I are just watching this movie. You know what I mean? Like sometimes in her playroom doing whatever, and we're being like the worst parents. Just like, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But it's a really funny movie. And so I was gonna recommend that one, but I'm not. I'm gonna stick with the Christmas spirit. I just want to say, The Boss Baby was a pretty funny movie. And
That the one where they're the like I've never seen the show. I just want to make sure I'm thinking the same thing. But where literally it's a baby that wears like a suit and he's balls, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, okay.
It's voiced by Alec Baldwin in the movie,
Yes.
and then by somebody else. But it's so funny. We're so used to the TV voices that hearing the movie voices were like, eh. Like I realized I don't think I like Tobey Maguire's voice, so don't put him in anything animated ever. I don't like it.
Who was Tony Maguire?
Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man? Are you kidding me?
No, who is he in? Who is he in?
Oh, he's the voice of grown-up Timmy. I thought you said like, who's Tobey Maguire? I'm like, whoa.
No, yeah,
I mean, he's like a really good Spider-Man. I
I
don't like. I want to set the record straight. I don't hate Tobey Maguire. All I'm gonna say is, if he's acting with just his voice, apparently I don't like his voice.
Got it.
But anyways. But yeah, we watched Boss Baby. So did you watch anything?
I did actually. So, and this is something I'm just gonna drop it in real quick on you. So, there has been something that that you have accused me
Lord of the Rings?
of not watching.
Lord of the Rings, yeah. Right off the rip. I know what you're talking about.
So I've watched
it for the first time?
What? No.
You watched them for the first time?
So listen. Listen to me, Linda. So I watched the first one, which I have seen many times.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Just not the other two?
Well, the second one I started watching, and I remember majority of, well, maybe like half of it. And then I didn't remember any of the rest of it at all.
Dude, Helm's Deep? Are you kidding?
Oh yeah. So then the third one I never watched. I'm gonna be frank with you. I didn't watch them all, but I watched some of them. So you were half right, now it's half right. So it's a point for no one.
Got it. So you basically watched the first one, half of the second, and none of the third.
That's what it seems like. Because I may have watched all of the second one, just don't remember the second half of it as much. Or I just watched half and meant to go watch the other half, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I did. I watched a trilogy this weekend.
You watched the whole trilogy?
Yeah, I watched all three of them. So,
dude, that is a magical time. That is a good adventure, man.
It is.
Nice.
So I just wanted to tell you that I did enjoy something this week that was legit. Now
it is far too late into this episode to start talking about some Lord of the Rings.
I know. Well, just table it for a while. Get your questions.
Table
ready.
this, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But that is something that I did.
Jonesing over here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're welcome.
Dude, I remember I never read the books as a kid, but which it's funny. Return of the King came out in 2003, won Best Picture. Isn't that weird?
That's weird. It's weird. What's going on?
I don't know.
What's going on? That seems like a
weird stuff's happened in 2003. Go play the lottery.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What time is it?
Yeah. Right. Actually. Yeah. But yeah, I remember being a kid and 2003. I had yet graduated. Or no. No, I mean that one came out 2000, because 2001, 2002, 2003. So 2001. I apologize, 2001. So I had not even. I was just in. I think I was a freshman in high school.
Okay.
And my friend's mom took us to the movie to watch it.
Oh, you got to see it in theaters too.
Oh, dude, it was. Well, so I've watched all three in theater. And Jessica and I, because when the Hobbits were coming out, they re-released all three of them in theater. So Jessica and I bought tickets for all three of them and watched all three of them in theater again. Okay. That was awesome because it's just so good,
Yeah, that would have been sweet.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, that would have been yeah.
So yeah, the I remember being in the theater as a kid, though, watching The Fellowship of the Ring and being like, my mind's blown. Like, I didn't know movies could be like this.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It sucked me in.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I watched all three of them. I wasn't going to watch one and not talk about it, watch the second one. You know what I mean? Get all three of them in and then tell you. I mean, I started it last Tuesday, I think it was. The first one.
Did you watch, do you know if you watched the extended editions?
I don't know. I know the last movie was, well over 2 hours plus. It was a long one. Yeah, it was a very long movie. It was fantastic. I'm not complaining about it.
The only thing I have to say about Return of the King is the ending. It fades to black so many times that you think the movie's over multiple times. And every time it fades to black, it comes back up. I'm like, I kind of have to pee. This is absolutely. A long movie, right?
Yes, yeah. You're killing me.
Yeah, you are killing me. I love this movie, but you are pissing me off right now.
That's funny.
But yeah, great movies, man. Great,
Yeah.
great work. Good job.
Thank you. I'm getting them in right now. I don't know what it is recently, but I'm getting them in.
Actually, like right now would be a perfect time because like I could see the TV while I'm playing. I used to play I used to watch the Lord of the Rings movies while I played World of Warcraft. You know, have everything in the background. Just get that fantasy world just all around you and everything.
Yeah. That now music will get you. I'm telling you.
What's that?
The music.
Oh, dude, it's outstanding.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, now I can watch the movie Warcraft while I play World of Warcraft.
That's true.
I hope they make a second one.
Maybe I should start there, watch Warcraft before I actually play World of Warcraft to get the true feel of World of Warcraft.
You never watched Warcraft?
No.
There's a word for people like you. Loser.
Idiots.
That was.
I guarantee I can probably name 10 people that I know that hasn't seen it yet.
That's not a great thing to know. You should actually excommunicado those people.
Funny.
That's probably the saddest movie premiere I ever went to because I'm all amped up. Jessica's with me. I'm like, thank you so much for bearing with me to go to this movie, and when we got into the theater opening night, I think there was like 8 people total, including me,
Oh, wow.
And that's the first and only time. Well, no, I've raised my voice before, but it's the first and only time that I openly cussed at somebody because they kept talking the whole time. I turned around and I said, will you just shut the F up? And they did for all the way up until like the very ending of the movie. They started talking again. I'm like, are you kidding me, guy?
Yeah. Come on, guy.
Yeah, like 5 minutes left. Are you kidding me, guy?
Yeah.
But yeah, Warcraft. It's great. I loved it. I thought it was great. Now I understand like me loving it and somebody else who's not familiar with Warcraft universe. Like I can understand like maybe there's confusion or whatnot. But I mean, I've watched fantasy movies that dealt with stuff that I'm not attuned to, and you just have fun. Like it's fantasy. Yeah. Like you got to just be open minded. So I think people think going into a video game movie or something like that, they get all twisted. I thought it was a good movie. Yeah, they could have done a lot more. I honestly wish they had taken this movie and split it into 2, because there's a lot of content. A lot of content that actually happens within this war or whatever. And I just think for story purposes and probably wondering, are we going to get multiples? They kind of condensed. And at that point, you kind of... Yeah. Somebody brought up Netflix or Amazon should do an animated series or a live action series. And I'm like, dude, somebody does that. All right. Take my money. Don't care. Yeah. That sounds
Start a petition.
Awesome.
Yep.
Blizzard themselves should do it. Their cinematics. If you play some World of Warcraft, you'll get to see some of their cinematics. And from day one, like their first World of Warcraft that came out in 2004, their cinematics have always been top of the line. Beautiful. Crisp quality. Beautiful. So it's like, why don't they just do a freaking movie? But whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I'm going to do a Kevin's movie recommendation. Give you a Christmas movie to enhance your week, get you a little bit excited,
Yeah.
It's called The Santa Claus with Tim Allen, and I'm sure most of you have all watched it. But I think it's a good movie to watch around now because Tim Allen kind of encompasses what we're all feeling right now. He's a grumpy man, right? He's divorced. He's trying to run this toy business with crazy stuff, right?
Yep.
And holiday cheer is forced upon him, whether he wants it or not. And it turns out holiday cheer is pretty cool. We've seen it done in Community. when nobody wanted to do the Glee Club, but
Yeah,
hey,
the Glee Club. Yep.
just takes one holiday cheer song per person.
Yep. Absolutely.
And
Gets
you
them in
can
there.
cut-
Gets
and
them in
you
the
can grab 'em in.
mood.
So I'm thinking Santa Claus. Everybody's feeling a little bit like Tim Allen, and then maybe at the end, everybody could feel a little bit more like SC. Scott Calvin is his name
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah, that is funny.
Scott
Yeah.
Calvin, but it's
Scott
Santa
Calvin,
Claus.
I
I
remember
mean
that.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But anyways, divorced
That's
dad
awesome.
Scott has custody of his son on Christmas Eve after he accidentally kills a man in a Santa suit, which, wow, subject matter. They are magically transported to the North Pole, where an elf explains that Scott must take Santa's place before the next Christmas arrives. Scott thinks he's dreaming, but over the next several months he gains weight and grows an inexplicably white beard. Maybe that night at the North Pole wasn't a dream after all, and maybe Scott has a lot of work to do. Now, what year did that movie come out?
2003. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1994. I thought
I was
that'd
gonna
be
say, yeah.
awesome. No, I'm just kidding. I wonder what year, because there's 3 of them, right?
Yes. Yes.
So let's find out when the 3rd one came out. 2006. Man, that would have been really cool.
That would have been sweet.
Man, I wanted there to be some sort of,
Yeah, tie back.
yeah, like where like tonight's a little crazy. Now the
Yeah.
second Santa Claus came out in 2002, so still no go.
Yeah.
We've hit our
Close.
quota of 2003s.
Yeah. Close. Very close though. So. But
Yeah, there we go. The Santa
Yep,
Claus.
absolutely. Santa Claus. Good movie. I love Tim Allen. He's hilarious.
Yes. Check,
Yes,
check,
very,
check,
very
and
good.
check.
Yes, yeah, hits everything. So good picks or good picks. So, all right. So on my most interesting facts that I'm bringing opportunities to you, so you can know this knowledge.
Yeah.
All right. This one I have been trying to get on a workout routine at home because I can't go to the gym and things. So I'm trying to do my own thing at home and work on my own style, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so a fact myself so like what I've been counting, I've been trying to count calories and like trying to get in a good thing of like cooking at home and meal prepping and doing a little bit more along those lines. I'm going to start like really trying to tackle into that. So I've been doing a lot more research recently. So this is a fact that interested me that I didn't know this about animals. I love my 2 favorite animals in the world. Well, are birds, like the general ones. You know,
okay.
like, is like birds. Yeah, and then sweet, like, well, I guess I shouldn't say favorites. I have a lot of favorites, but like sea animals in general. So like,
Yeah, these
so,
are
like a really
very
Well, that's what
general.
I'm saying. Yeah, but like a whale, okay? A whale is super cool to me. They're just massive, massive beings, okay?
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
So I was just reading about that. I was reading about calories, and somebody put out there, and it said, and I looked it up. It says it's a fact that blue whales eat 500,000 calories in one mouthful that they eat at a time.
Wow.
It says the those 457,000 calories are more than 240 times the energy the whale uses to scoop those krill into his mouth.
Holy crap!
Isn't that insane?
That's
It's crazy. It's
crazy.
wild. Yeah, because I'm like well, no, there's no way. So I fact checked it, and it's a true thing. I mean, some are like the numbers are a little bit different, but it's like very similar. Like it says
it's like
a 500,000, but it's 457,000, right? So it's not even exactly 500,000, but it's close. But it's close. So I'm just saying. But to me, I'm like that's crazy, man. It's crazy to think
that is
about.
really crazy. Man.
That's a lot
That's
of calories.
It's crazy to think that because there's so many humans on the planet that eat seafood, and yet there's still these whales that are able to consume. Man, fish.
Well, yeah, and the fish is actually
better
good on
hide
calories
out,
too.
fish.
That's the thing. Well, yeah. Well, to me, that's the crazy part. So the way I thought about it too, they say fish is like a very low calorie meal. Mm-hmm. Like fish doesn't have a lot of calories. So think about how many fish on top of each other that need these calories.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
How much they're truly eating. I mean, that's the impressive part.
Yeah, you should probably like dress up as a fish, and then get swallowed by a whale and see what's it like in here,
What's
guys.
it like? Absolutely, because they don't chew me up. I don't think. I think they just swallow me. So I mean, I'll just go live in there. Just give me a snorkel suit.
Yeah.
Very thin neoprene, and I'm just like a fish. You
Yeah,
know?
just hang out inside, detail everything. Write
Absolutely.
down all the details you have.
I'm definitely in for that.
That is like a mind blowing thing, though. I mean,
Just to think about the numbers. You know what I mean? Just in general, the numbers.
like what's giving me anxiety is the fact that humans eat so much fish. Like like there's like parts of the ocean that have like non-existent fish because we've eaten so many fish. And
yeah. Well, think about it, and then the animals themselves that are eating so many fish. You know.
yeah,
But there's another interesting fact though too, that octopuses. Let me find it again. Yeah, so this is just happening the same thing. Octopuses, every single time they lay eggs, it's 56,000 eggs per time they do that. But it doesn't say how many times she does that. So I don't know.
So every time they lay eggs, it's
56,000 eggs. It's every single time an octopus lays an egg.
Wowza.
That's what I'm saying. So, that's the one thing that's nice about the fish life, though, too, is we eat a lot of them, but when they produce them, they produce a lot at a time, though, too.
Yeah, but look at what gets thrown out. Look at Vegas, right?
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. And there's a lot of you're 100% right about that. Definitely.
There's like fish shortages places,
Yeah.
You got to actually watch your fish meat because they'll say it's a fish. Like restaurants will do this too. They'll say it's a fish, and when you get it, it might actually not be that fish because they're just selling it as that fish, and it's comparable to that fish.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and because they might not actually have that fish. It's crazy. Not gonna get into it.
Yeah.
It would just be nice if the whole world just slowed down a little bit. Let's eat a little bit more plants.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen to me. Listen to this guy. I eat bread and pancakes all day.
But no dairy.
No dairy. Just bread and pancakes with vegan butter.
Pancakes. Yeah.
Which vegan butter is pretty good. Also, here's a good little... Oh, do you have any more facts?
I don't. I do not.
Okay. A little tip for anybody who's like thinking they're lactose intolerant. Blue Diamond, I think, or something. So whoever makes like almond milk, if you look in the almond milk section, you'll find an almond milk eggnog, and it is delicious. It's actually really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
because I think I'm gonna get into this almond milk trend right now.
It's awesome because I can enjoy a glass of that, and I'm not, keeled over the next day. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. So pro holiday tip: if you're lactose intolerant, they have decided to come out with a delicious eggnog that everyone can drink.
Okay.
You got anything else for us today?
I don't, man. I think I got everything out of my chest. Everything out of my voice box has been said this evening.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you
for listening. Have a good week.
See ya.